Conference Championship Sunday, a look back, some categories we've put together to fill this segment, some structure instead of just talking about whatever we feel like talking about, but I have a feeling we'll find a way to talk about whatever we feel like talking about. Who stepped up the most on Conference Championship Sunday, Mike?
You know where I'm going to go? I'm going with a guy who hadn't played a game in about 750 days, was playing rec basketball to stay in shape. Rams safety Eric Weddle. They brought him out of retirement for these playoffs. He led the Rams in tackles in the NFC Championship game. After being out of the game for so long, he had 9 tackles, which led, listen, he's done that plenty in his career, but after missing all that time, stepping back into the fray and leading the team in tackles to help his team make it to the Super Bowl. To me, that is doing more than stepping up. That was really impressive.
Yeah, just amazing what he's done in a short time back with the Rams, getting an opportunity to get that Super Bowl wing. For me, we talked about it already, but I got to mention it again. Lou Anarumo, the Bengals defensive coordinator. Without him, they don't come back and win that game. Now, yeah, he was coordinating the defense and fell behind 21-3. But the best coordinators in football have been bitten by the Chiefs' offense from time to time. It's inevitable when you're facing them. The challenge is on a day when they are firing on all cylinders to have a way to counter and put the flame out. He got the fire extinguisher out, which rarely happens against the Chiefs. He did it twice in less than a month. January 2, January 30, 4 weeks apart. Impressive for Lou Anarumo putting together that defense, which does not have a ton of superstars. Got Trey Hendrickson, doesn't have a bunch of superstars, and the Chiefs offense does.
Yeah, a great job in free agency getting Trey in there, but you're right. And now you wonder if Lou will see an interview this year, or if not, maybe next year, what it's done for him, because I really want to emphasize the point that you made. Zach Taylor being the coach, you need to have a guy that basically that side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball is Lou's, and he's handling it, so he should get the kudos for it.
All right, who disappointed the most on Championship Sunday?
It was Kyle Shanahan, and I'll read this, and I'm looking at my phone, so pardon me for that, but I want to make sure I get this right. Kyle Shanahan, in the fourth quarter of his last 3 playoff losses as a head coach or offensive coordinator. 2021 against the Rams, outscored 13-0. 2019 Chiefs, outscored 21-0. 2016 against the Patriots, outscored 19-0. That's 53-0 by my quick math, being outscored in the fourth quarter of his last 3 playoff losses. What is going on there? Are you tightening up? Are you just all of a sudden kind of closing in, not taking chances anymore? I mean, something's going wrong when you're giving up that many points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in related news, Kyle Shanahan has accepted a spot on the competition committee, and his first proposal is to reduce the length of all games to 45 minutes. That's just unbelievable, that stat. And look, Mike, playoff games are too few and far between. But we see trends. You see trends, and narratives lock in, and it's hard to break those narratives. And the more that history repeats itself, the more that becomes who you are. Like Aaron Rodgers, 1 seed squandered, 1 seed squandered, right. 1 seed squandered. How do you ever break that? And the harder you try, the harder it is. And that just may be Kyle Shanahan's story. Mine real quickly, and for all reasons we've discussed, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid together, one of the most stunning reversals that we have seen from the Kansas City Chiefs in game. Unbelievable to see that. And look, they're not going anywhere. And I think they operate better when they're doubted. I think that's what happened. They finally got to the point, Mike, where no one was doubting them anymore. I think they need people to doubt them to be as effective as they can be.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is a team of big plays. They have big playmakers, and they believe in the big play. And it's a team that may have to maybe not look to go down that road as much, play the game that's in front of them with the adjustments that they need to make and buy into that, like they started to seem to buy into more during the season. But then as they started becoming the Chiefs that we were used to, the high scoring, it's like we're big play or nothing. And I think one of the great examples was Patrick Mahomes was trying to get 7 at the end of that half when he had 3 in his pocket.
Biggest surprise from Championship Sunday, Mike?
Biggest surprise to me, Joe Burrow is the first quarterback to make it to the Super Bowl after being sacked the most times in the regular season. They're going to the Super Bowl, and their offensive line is getting smoked. 3 other quarterbacks, Mark Brunell in 96, Jay Cutler in 2010, and Alex Smith in 2011, all made their conference championship games after being sacked the most in the regular season. They all lost. Joe Burrow and the Bengals won after being sacked the most times in the regular season. And you don't think this Rams D-line is licking their chops a little bit at what they're going to get in this game? Going to be real interesting, but Cincy keeps finding a way to win.
And, it is amazing when you think of 9 sacks against the Titans in the divisional round and the Bengals still won. And Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, Greg Gaines, the new fearsome foursome is coming for Joe Burrow. And Zach Taylor has 2 weeks to come up with ways to take some of the steam out of that pass rush. And, hey, Burrow, with each passing week, he's farther removed from the torn ACL that he suffered in November of 2020. Right. He was nifty yesterday. A couple of different times. Escape artist, Chris Jones bearing down on him. He breaks free, runs for a first down. Another time he decides, I'm gone, first down. That could be the thing that helps him. And his attitude always is, I'm going all in. I'm going all out. With a championship on the line, he's going to be even more like that, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, I completely agree. I mean, listen, it's the last game. They've been going for broke all season long. Nothing going to change in this game.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. When we return, we'll get you up to date on some of the coaching moves as the dominoes, they're falling slowly.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.